What is good, my quick crypto family and coin factory family, back once more with another stream. Day 52 in a row. We are going strong as always. I apologize for the late stream, well, 5 minutes late. Was trying to do a little bit more research before I got into the stream to try and make it as good as I possibly can. Ultimately, as you can see from the title, we still got some very big news. The SEC, despite their tyrannical stance on crypto adoption, they have now greenlighted U.S. crypto custody with only one U.S. bank, one of Wall Street's banks. Unfortunately, they are still very much, corrupt. But at the same time, they have now greenlighted the start of crypto custody, which is very big with BNY Mellon. We'll get into that as well in the stream, and we're going to talk about more Casper updates regarding the unfortunate downside with scams still running rampant. We've got Shy up talking about it, more and more people, but also the good side of things, the KRC20 token, meme tokens, which seem to be going absolutely nuts right now. As always, if you enjoy these daily streams I've been doing, leave a like on the video, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Welcome back to the stream, my man Leroy. Welcome very much. Thank you for being here as always. And without further ado, we're going to get into some, we'll come back to some of these announcements later on to the stream as always, for those who join a little bit later. But to get into it, firstly, we've got this post, which again, I put this video in my free to join a Discord server, linking on the chat. It's on screen right now. It's going to be in the chat and also in the description. I linked this in my server for those who saw it earlier. But basically, we have the Senator Cynthia Lummis's general counsel confirming, stating to Congress that the SEC has already given BNY Mellon, one of America's largest banks, and seemingly them alone, a variance approval, basically special permission, to move forward with Bitcoin and crypto custody, which is a very big deal. We'll get into that as well. Good morning, Toggle Delay. Welcome to the stream, my man. And Rasalexo. Hello, Caspians. Welcome, my man. Good morning, Johnny Taco Outdoors. I finally hit my goal of 100,000 Casper. New goal is 200. Thanks for the updates. You're welcome, man. Big up to you. More life, more money, more happiness to everyone out here. It's all about here, building money, building wealth with Casper. So I'm going to play this video so people can hear it, and I also will be playing it again later on the stream for those who join a little bit later. But yes, this is a very big deal, confirmation from Senator Cynthia Lummis's general counsel to Congress that the SEC have actually, without people knowing, have already given special permission to BNY Mellon to move forward with Bitcoin and crypto custody, which is very big for America. Listen very closely.
Co-chairman, please.
In past testimony, it sounded like things have been shoring up in the House as well. There's been a bipartisan eruption in both chambers. The House passed FIT 21 with 71 Democrats, and we actually hit the magic number of 60 on the SAB 121 repeal in May, and getting 60 votes in the Senate's like climbing Mount Everest on a piece of legislation. So I think there's a great deal of bipartisan interest in both chambers. One thing I neglected to mention in my update too, that potentially has some bearing on the SPDI is Bank of New York Mellon is looking to get more involved in the crypto custody business. They had some problems with Staff Accounting Bulletin 121, and the SEC has apparently given them some kind of variance from SAB 121 to move forward. And also, part and parcel of that is the Fed, as the Fed regulates Bank of New York Mellon's bank holding company, they would have had to have given their non-objection under current legal requirements and guidance to Bank of New York Mellon getting into the digital asset custody business. So
Vance, are they going to go through the bit license process with the state of New York, or are they kind of looking at alternative options, or
Bank of New York Mellon?
Yeah.
Correct. So they're going to argue the bit license preempted, very likely.
So there you have it, confirmation right there. This came about yesterday. I heard this yesterday, and I thought it was definitely worthwhile talking about it in this stream. This is a very big deal. It's good, but also bad. The good news, of course, we're starting to see Wall Street, starting to see US institutions starting to get the cryptocurrency regulations they want, which is going to help in the mass adoption of crypto and the price of these assets going forward. Bitcoin, of course, and now trickle down into altcoins, Casper especially as well. The bad news in this regard is due to the fact that, what should have happened, and in the words of Mr. Lawman here, the high integrity move, what should have happened is that once the SEC should have withdrawn the SAB 121 after the votes in Congress had voted to repel it. 60 voted to repel SAB121, but instead they decided to just leave it there, leave it just lingering, because why not? And instead, what they did instead was go, behind the backs of people, grant exemptions to special permission to certain well-connected big banks. So basically, Gary Gensler is just buddy with his banks, helping them out, helping them get ahead of the curve, as opposed to doing his job, which is just to help all investors, to keep everyone at a level playing field. It's another sign to me that he just definitely needs to be removed from office. He has done nothing but lie, manipulate, and he's just corrupted. And it's very, very frustrating as an investor. It's very frustrating. I mean, the good news again, BNY Mellon's getting involved. Have crypto custody on the way. They've been greenlighted. They have been told they can move forward with it. So we'll start seeing these sort of developments happen more and more in the next few weeks and months in the United States, with more regulations coming into play, which will help in the adoption of crypto going forward, will help in the price of Bitcoin, and therefore helping the price of assets like Casper and everything else going forward as well. We are still very much on track for a very explosive Q4 of 2024. This last quarter is due to be a very explosive one in history, as history shown us time and time again, and with a lot of proof stating that we're going to have, regulation. We've got the BRICS summit taking place in October. We've got regulations that are allegedly going to be enforced in the US before the election in November. So November election is also going to be very, very big. We have European banks are now rolling out regulated crypto trading services for their retail customers right now. A DZ Bank made an announcement, I think it was yesterday. So it was the post was on 20th September, so yesterday, so less than a day or two ago. They're now talking about they will enable 700 banks to offer retail customers the ability to trade and store cryptocurrencies in licensed fiduciary custody. And it's starting this year. Very, very big news. It basically means that retail investors, people like you and me, will be able to utilize the services of DZ Bank, who are legally required to keep your assets safe, and utilize them to trade and store your assets, invest in crypto, which is very, very big. So we're starting to see regulations, the foundations, the framework being laid out all over the world. Europe's already started doing it. They have MiCA regulations as well, which is very, very big. We've got proof now that the United States, despite their backwards way of doing it, Gary Gensler backwards doing it, they're starting to do it more and more as well. And the BRICS seemingly are getting ahead of the game as well. So it's very, very big news for what is incoming. And it's also a good thing because what we're going to see now, which is also part of the bad news but good news as well, as we shift towards this new monetary system, is our old system starting to collapse. We are already seeing bank shutdowns escalating, a total of 539, mainly from America, mainly from the Bank of America, Wells Fargo, US Bank also quite high up there, JP Morgan Chase, Citibank's the lowest one, but you can just see all these major banks that have had shutdowns, had their banks branches closed, and there's going to be more and more. It's going to speed up to the point where there's only going to be maybe one or two of the main branch of the banks that are still up. Everything's going to be online, which is good for crypto, but it's also a sign of the potential incoming crisis, which may cause a potential incoming recession. We'll have to, speculate on that a bit more later on in the stream. But this is still very, very big news for, at least in my opinion, for what's incoming for the crypto market and why I'm so bullish on this crypto space right now, especially with assets that have real utility that offer so much, like Casper. Why I have got most of my portfolio in Casper, and why also I created a free to join Discord server where people in my community right now, 340 of us, are all working towards building our knowledge, towards analyzing the markets and achieving financial freedom. We've got a lot of developments that are in the process right now, are going to be happening over this weekend, and hopefully from that point onwards as well. So if you're not part of the server, I highly encourage you to join. I think it's a very friendly and educational place for you to help to stay connected with the crypto space, where I can't make these streams 24/7. If I find a piece of news in the next hour, I won't be able to make a stream about it, so I'll be putting it in the server so you can find out ASAP. What's up, KJI? Welcome back to the stream. Falcon, hey fam, greetings from Taiwan. Welcome, my man. And Doocy Dude, thank you for the Casper update every day. You're welcome, my man. Thank you very much for joining the stream. You are a legend. Without further ado, we'll get back into some more of the breaking news. We've got this stuff here. Again, the big stuff coming with KRC20 tokens. The meme tokens are going absolutely crazy. We can see on the KAS.FYI, the website, they have now updated this. You got a tab here for KRC20 tokens. We can see all ones that are added: Nacho, the Pepe version. You got Casper that goes to Casper. You got Gold as well. We can see many of these tokens up here with Casper as well. Right now, in regards to popularity, we go for market cap. We can also see here CUSDT, which actually is Change Finance's one. We already got an announcement of that yesterday as well, which is very, very big news. Native Cas swaps are working flawlessly with the rising trading volume. Users can now buy and sell Casper for USDT across 20 chains in minutes, and they're actively working to launch we're actively working on launching the KRC20 bridge for USDT, USDC, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. That is massive. That is huge. So in the very near future, we're going to have, again, thanks to the help of Finance Change, so it's going to be like in connection with them, not going to be like solely through KRC20, I guess, but still with the help of Finance Change, we're going to see USDT, USDC, Tether Circle, and Ethereum and Bitcoin on the KRC20. This is going to help so much more in the stability and adoption coming to Casper. And comes to KRC20 very, very much, going to be very, very huge. While our team is currently encountering a technical bottleneck with the Casper wallet, we still know there's still issues with that, but they've been mainly fleshed out, but still issues. We're committed to having it live as soon as possible. As soon as we resolve the issue, or another plugin wallet is made available to ensure the seamless UX. And we're working with Casper and Casplex to explore new possibilities and organize live AMA to discuss the exciting developments ahead. We've seen Casper, saying thank you to them, the new listing. Ultimately, we're seeing more and more, this is proof here that these guys are legit. And, not what happened with KDX, we're going to get into this stream a bit more as well. But KDX, of course, who were scams, which there was confirmation from some of the ambassadors actually prior to the scam that they aren't connected to them in any way. But you can see Casper are admitting they are, working alongside them to incorporate two massive stable coins and Ethereum and Bitcoin, two of the biggest cryptos in the project. So very, very big. We can see, yes, as I go back to the Kas Fi, we've got USDT, which is part of Change's one, and we can also see into the market cap as well. We've got all these other things on here, but you can see Nacho is the one that has the highest market cap right now of 63 million, which is very good for something that's been just launched with no exchange listing, no centralized exchange listing just yet. Casper's got to Casper's next at 11 million. Floki's on there as well. Interestingly, you've got Gold at 5.6 million. Caspi at 4.1 million, Somps at 1.8 million. So these seem to be the most popular meme tokens for Casper right now. Of course, Nacho, understandably, is the one that has the highest FOMO, the most attraction. You can see both Casper, Ghost Casper, and Nacho have 0 pre-mints. They are fully, fair launch. Gold had 70%, so that's why there's a bit of a detach from Gold. People obviously like Gold. That's why it's number 3 in terms of the Casper meme tokens, but had a pre-mint, so it's not a fair launch. There's always a worry therefore in the community, understandably, that they could just rug people. Caspi had nothing as well, which is also very good. Somps had more pre-mint, so Somp and Gold, while both in the top 5, 3 and 5 respectively, they had pre-mint, so they aren't decentralized, so there are worries in that regard. But Caspi is certainly at number 4 with no pre-minting, which is good. And then, of course, Nacho is just blowing everything out of the water. We can see, Casper puts down here. After a long yet epic day of cipher solving and fun, we've given away 3 ultra rare Casper NFTs from our secret 300 NFT launch collection, launching with KRC2021. I know meme tokens aren't something people are talking about a lot right now, which I get. Meme tokens aren't the hype yet. I think they'll become more relevant when everything becomes on-chain properly, and then NFTs have a more intrinsic value. I think NFTs will see most of their value come with the gaming space personally. That's also why I'm heavily am bullish on gaming, despite it's not there to take off properly yet. I'm bullish on gaming because NFTs, I think, will give... I think gaming projects will, once they take off properly, I think they'll give NFTs more intrinsic value. NFTs, I think, will take off in due time, but it's just not their time just yet. But yeah, that's very good for Casper that goes to Casper. And you can see here their chart, seeing how well they've been doing since their launch. The price going up and up and up. Of course, here as well, you can see the price again. Just 11.5 million. Market cap is very, very good. 100% minted as well. All these projects are doing decent for Casper. Very, very good. And we're going to see more of this happening. And Pepe's been fully minted as well now. It's at 600,000 market cap. You've got some other really, really big projects seemingly that, a lot of these meme tokens I think will do quite well. Of course, the ones in the top 5 will do the best. I think Nacho is going to be, again, similarly to what Shiba is to Ethereum and what Bonk is to Solana, I think it is. What those two are to those chains, I think Nacho is going to be them to Casper, KRC20, and it's going to be, in my opinion, bigger as well. That's what I'm hoping for. I think there's a high potential of that. And then we've got this as well. Of course, this is from Micro Weller, Nacho, the insane potential of the number 1 Casper meme. I'm going to put this in my server as well for those who want to read through it, because I don't want to bore everyone with just a massive but very detailed introduction of what Nacho is. But it's just basically explaining why Nacho could be, with the help of Casper, being a Casper project, can be so very big for being a very, very big meme token. Again, I'm not a big meme lover. Full disclosure, I mentioned that previous time and time again, but I think meme tokens, the Killer Nacho in particular, have the potential to do quite well due to the fact that it's in relation to Casper, it's fair launch as well, and people who love memes are going to help. People who love memes who love Casper are going to help send Nacho to the moon, I think. I mean, again, it's already done so very well. $63.5 million market cap with no centralized exchange listing is a very, very big deal. We'll get some soon. I'm sure Mexi are lining up and many others as well, but that's a very, very big deal. Again, yes, as I showed already, CUSDT always supports it on KRC20, which is very, very big as well. So more stablecoins are incoming. Entertainment, Nacho for the win. You know it. Sup Gangster, sup Brady. Welcome back to the stream. KRC20 tokens are going up. Caspi and Nacho are my keepers. Yeah, I think Caspi, Nacho, and Ghost seem to be the three biggest ones right now. I also look at all fair launch. Goad and Swamps, as you saw, they are seemingly both in the top 5 as well. So they both, have some form of demand there, but due to their lack of centralization, people are a bit more skeptical of them, which I get. I completely agree. Again, look, 70% free minting, 80% free minting, but they're fully minted out, and they're seemingly still there. So if they, I mean, again, pray to God, pray to everything. They're not going to rug anyone, because we've had enough of that already. Truth be told, I hate it in this space when it happens, but yeah, I think right now they seem to be still been going good. But yeah, pre-minting, pre-mining, everything like that. But then you've got Caspi, no pre-minting. Same thing with Casper, Ghost, and same thing with Nacho as well. Nacho is still going up in value, so is Caspi. Casper even. And then Caspi here is equally. Caspi right now we can see is going crazy, up 175%. That is nuts. Caspi's doing very, very well right now. So I'm sure going to see continued momentum with these meme tokens as the KRC20 ecosystem goes more and more, which I'm very, very optimistic about. Time to buy Bitcoin. I mean, I think there's always a time to buy Bitcoin, to be honest. Bitcoin in itself is just the crypto, the first crypto. I'm not saying it's the best crypto. I think Casper has the potential to overtake it in due time, with the fact that it has some more superior technology already, and it's going to grow more and more in adoption. So it'll be better than Bitcoin, more used than Bitcoin in that regard. But I think Bitcoin, just for the sake of it's Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin is just, I mean, it's the, dare I say, it's the safest crypto in the market, there's no doubt about it. But the one with the best ROI, return of investment, in my opinion, is Casper. Masscoin possible 400x. Which one is Masscoin? Is that on KRC20 or is that a meme token here? Again, I mean, okay, I'm guessing it's this Masscoin. I mean, if it's a meme token, then fair enough. I'm not too heavily in meme token. It's been about since before the last bull cycle. It peaked at 200. Peaked at about $3, just around that. Currently valued at 0.2. So for it to return to all-time highs, it would be about a 10 to 15x, if I'm not mistaken. 10x would make it a $2. Yeah, so about 10 to 15x would be all-time high. So you're saying a possible 400x. If that's the token you're talking about, then that would be nuts. It has got Coinbase, Mexi, Gate, Bitmart. So it has got some big exchanges. Gate, I mentioned, yeah. So it's not got many. It's only got 9 exchanges on the looks of things. So it's not many exchanges, but it has got Coinbase. So that's quite cool. Weird, but cool. But I mean, yeah, it's. I can't state enough. I don't know enough about the project to make a prediction regarding this. It's a micro cap, definitely. A 500x from its current price would be wow, math is hard. That'd be $1. So what, like $100? I think you're saying $100 maths. I mean, if that's the case, then that'd be insane. But I have nothing to go off to say that's going to be a $100 project. You know, that would be insane if that was to happen. Its market cap's very, very low. I don't even know if there's enough liquidity in the market for that to happen. Because that would mean this project one of the top projects in the space. But I mean, it looks like a decent potential. I mean, the market in itself doesn't look bad. Lack of exchanges, but still got some big ones. So something that I'm also going to put down in my list to look into to see if it's worthwhile doing more research into it. Again, as my free Discord server is going to be evolving and developing more and more, I end up having sections regarding altcoins and stuff as well, where people can put in their own predictions. But equally, they can also put in their own tokens that they like, and also we talk about projects that I think actually have potential. And we'll try and help build, a better understanding of the whole crypto market as opposed to just Casper or other projects we can then, trade off put money into and make a profit to then put back into Casper as always. Mass is also the other one. So yeah, that's good. Again, if it's gonna be something big, good shout out, my man. Got into Casper under a 1 million market cap. People are sleeping on the 3-legged cat. Yeah, I saw some about it. I think Casper, again, the fact that Casper is again fair launch, I think that's gonna be very, very big. If you got under 1 million, then you're already, you're sitting very comfy, my man. So big up to you. And yeah, 3-legged cat is definitely hilarious, but seemingly it has another decent potential, which is also very, very good to see. I really like fake AI. It's really low AI token. Okay, fake. Let's look at fake AI real quick. Again, thanks for the suggestion of all of you. I'll obviously give my full prediction, my full disclosure on any project that I see. Yeah, right now it's a massive market cap, only 6 million. It launched early last year. It's currently up 300% since launch. It's got very limited exchanges. So right now, the only problem I have is the lack of adoption. It's a very, very low cap AI token. AI has obviously a very, very good chance to do very, very well. So that's again something I might add into just to look into it a little bit more. Deepfake AI. But yeah, with it being such a micro cap, and also the problem not just it being a micro cap, it having such limited accessibility, Uniswap's Mexi and Gate. If it doesn't get more by the bull cycle's takeoff time, there's a real possibility that it will just miss the bull cycle. Despite the massive institutional adoption, the fact that most projects, not all projects, are going to take off, it may very well miss the cycle. Even though it's an AI project, it may miss the cycle because it's just got a lack of adoption. When the bull cycle takes off, all the big projects will take off regardless. Of course, Bitcoin as well. The mid caps will also take off as well. The micro caps is where it's hit or miss. The big micro caps will normally catch it and make some insane pumps if you find the right ones that actually have good use, like a seemingly good use case. Meme tokens seemingly in that regard as well. But the ones that are so small like this always run the risk of just not hitting the pump at all. Obviously we saw from the last bull cycle, well actually not from the bull cycle, from its all-time high pump came up to 4 cents. Right now it's down to 0.6 cents. So if it catches the bull cycle, the sky's truly the limit for this project. We'll have to look more into it and keep an eye on it. Again, as the time goes on more and more, and I'm building my community more with you guys, I'll be looking more into other projects. We'll all be researching together and finding other decent projects potentially might make a profit in. Saying that though, if I do find this project to be something good, I'll let you know. But I would at the same time only put a very, very small bag that I'm not worried about losing, because again, it's just one that it's so late. It is so late that it's just not got any adoption yet. Unlike obviously like Casper, without any of the stuff is going to. AI coins I think are definitely going to take off. I'm very bullish on AI tokens. This cycle in particular, I think gaming is going to be next after that. But that's not to say that all AI tokens are going to take off. Late, but the title sounds hella bullish. Yeah, I'll rerun it back for you, Bingo Bango. Don't worry, my man. AI tokens are about to take off. Yeah, a lot of AI tokens are going to do very, very well. I think Tau is the one that has a lot of. Tau is also one that people are talking about quite a lot. You've got other big AI projects as well. This one, FET, of course, that's a big one right now. I think ICP has dabbles in that realm with AI, which is why it's seemingly up there. I don't think it's going to do better than Casper, but it's up there. Of course, yeah, Tower I mentioned. You've got other projects. I think AI. I think other projects in my wish list are also in conjunction with AI, which I think are going to do quite well. So AI, AI in itself should do very, very well. Most AI projects will do well in this cycle, but again, a market cap you've got to be careful of, because you don't want to put your life savings into something like that, which can make potential for 1000x, but because it's so small, it won't catch the market at all. But yeah. So now we're going to get onto a bit of the bad, right? Regarding the KDX, people have heard about it already, I'm sure, but again, it's stuff we need to talk about. This is from Shy here. Reminder, Casper is a permissionless decentralized network. This is coming off this post here. This post here where this is Casper's Foundation's team really letting it happen for the 3rd time in a row, Evidently very, very frustrated. I understand the frustration, but the problem is the way he stated. I understand the frustration, but he's blaming Casper for it. It's not Casper's fault. Casper is a fair launch proof of work, decentralized, open source project. Like it's not their fault. It's permissionless, decentralized network. It's not their fault this stuff happens. Like people are always gonna try and take advantage of Casper. So him blaming Casper for it, I don't think it's fair. I understand it's frustrating having it 3 times in a row, but spoiler alert, it's gonna happen more. You gotta make sure you do your own research to prevent it's gonna happen. That's all it is. You have to make sure you do your own research. You got this post here from Chris Kang, who's an ambassador for Casper's co-founder. So he's, some people said that, look, Casplex has nothing to do with KDX DeFi, and the KDX team has never contacted us. This came on the 18th, which I'm pretty sure is, I think, the day before they rugged everyone. Or maybe the day they rugged everyone. I don't know exactly when. But, I made this announcement about the scandal 2 days ago. So either he mentioned this just before they rugged everyone, which therefore convenient timing. They did it right as the announcement was made, and he confirmed that we had nothing to do with them. So like, oh God, we need to get out now because they caught on to us. Or he did it just as they rugged people, I don't know. But we got this as well, which I thought was quite funny. The Casper team are going to, try and hold them accountable. Here are the faces and identities of the KDX DeFi, KDX swap on kdxswap.com. These are the people, apparently. Which is, hopefully justice is served. Of course, the money won't be reimbursed to anyone, unfortunately. It's gone now. But hopefully they'll get penalised for their crimes against the community. This is the stuff that, it always happens in trading and finance. You've got to be very, very careful, do your own research. But, there's nothing going to stop it, unfortunately. But hopefully we can try and limit it or try and catch them out as much as we can. Make them, hold them accountable. So yeah, this man here says he's going to contact the Bangladesh authorities ASAP. So of course, I'm going to put this in the chat as well. I'm going to retweet it as well, so people can actually, try and spread adoption as much as possible to bring this to everyone's attention. This is the sort of stuff we don't want to see, trying to get it out as much as possible. But yeah, back to Shai here. The fact that one of the implications is that anyone can do anything on the network. Anyone can do anything. It's not their own decision, right? In particular, unfortunately, it also means people can and will scam you. The fact that the project is built on top of Casper does not lend it any of the credibility of any other Casper-related projects or devs. So yeah, if the project is built on top of Casper, doesn't mean that it's for Casper. The ones you need to pay attention to, the ones you need to look at, is ones that Casper themselves have officially verified. Again, like Casper did with Change, they verified this. So therefore, these stable coins, USDT, USDC, and Ethereum and Bitcoin coming through Change to KRC20, that's going to happen because Casper's verified that you can trust. But they didn't verify KDX. A lot of people were close to KDX and we thought it was real, but they didn't officially, verify it. Chris Kang in fact said they didn't. They never did. So yeah, you got the ones that are directly building KRC20 and the smart contract ones that are actually directly in conjunction with KEF and Casplex and KRC20. They're the ones you got to look out to, or the ones that Casper's verified. Those are the two. It's unreasonable to unrealistic to expect Casper devs to inspect and vet each project. There's no such thing as a Casper Foundation. Be careful with your Casper as you would be with your money in any other context. Yeah, a very straightforward, very very understanding from Shai here. Of course, you don't want to see their money lost. It is heart-aching to hear, and I do. My hearts go out to everyone that did lose their money. They stole $600,000. That's messed up with all degree. So all we can do is just, again, research more into it and learn from it. I also plan in my community to help people out in that regard. I got some, again, I decided to ask a few of my more trusted OG members. Shout out to Mr. Miles, Cody, Leroy, and Casper God about if they wanted to help out more of the community to help it in its growth, and also if they have any ideas on how we can help it grow. And Casper God suggested that in terms of also adding some other features as well. He suggested that we also add a feature to maybe talk, try and... Actually, no, I don't think it was him. I think actually might have been Leroy. I can't remember. I'll have to get back to them and find out. But either way, shout out to all four of them anyways, in particular, and everyone in the community. But talking about making a section to where we can highlight scams. So where if there's a scam and you're unsure about it, you put it in there, we look into it, and we then try and verify where we can if it is reliable or not. In regards to any DEXs coming to KRC20 Casper, they cannot be trusted because DEXs should only be in conjunction with what's happening with the Casplex KDF. If Casplex KS are involved, then it's a reliable DEX. Otherwise, it's a fake DEX. And evidently, with a pre-launch, a pre-funding, initial coin offers, whatever it may be, with KDX, that was not decentralized at all. What's up, Falcon, my man? Nacho will evolve far away from stereotypes of meme tokens. I mean, meme tokens are meme tokens. I don't know if there's going to be an intrinsic use case to Nacho. Nacho will be probably one of the more popular meme tokens because, again, it's related to Casper. I think it will probably end up in due time flipping the likes of Bonk and flipping the likes of potentially Shiba as well, if it's given enough time and Casper ends up taking off like it should do. If Casper surpasses Ethereum, then Nacho should surpass Shiba Inu. Will it surpass Doge? That's a question to have, of course, because Doge, of course, is backed by Elon Musk. That's something that's it's a whole different kettle of fish. But yeah, I think Nacho in itself will do very, very well, just for the sake that it's the most popular meme token on KRC20, which is, very, very cool. And I do plan, again, I'm not a big lover of meme tokens, I mentioned it many times, but I do plan when it's on open market on central exchanges to probably scoop up a little bit of Nacho. I didn't get the free minting because, again, it was too packed and I had a feeling it would be like that. But I'll probably get some Nacho, I think. One of the first and only meme tokens I'll probably get into, because it's just something that I think I could make money into, flip it quickly and put more into Casper. You know, spoiler alert, I guess. But yeah, that's regarding to the KDX. And also, I spoke about more stablecoin stuff coming to Casper. Bitcoin, Ethereum come to KRC20. Very, very bullish news. And then, of course, we've got more and more adoption coming to Casper as well. September will end with a bang. So September, you know, we've got another 9 days left of it. Still a lot incoming. We have 3 impactful events. The Casper fan meetups in Singapore, Austria, and Dublin with the KII, the Enterprise event. So one's happening, one's just happened. Singapore, it's just finished now. We got the KII next. At the same time, actually, they're both at the same time. The Austrian National Bank and the KII both at the same time. One in Dublin, one in Austria. And, you know, Michael Sun and Shai are going to be at the Dublin one. We're going to see more and more, you know, signs of Casper and their, you know, influence all over the world and what they're trying to build right now, which I guess is very, very happy for what's happening with Casper. Right now, we're seeing Casper valued at 17.15 cents. It's not moved much today. And I think we are still in this period of consolidation right now. Even yesterday, Casper didn't move. So Casper right now is in a very, very stagnant stage. It's one of the most stagnant we've seen it in a while. And I think we'll see this continued momentum for the next possible few days, maybe leading up to the KRI. If something major is announced at the KRI, we could see some volatility in the market, maybe some upwards momentum leading into October, where we will likely end up seeing potentially some big exchange listing announcements. Maybe Kraken will come forward now. We'll see what KRI are working on as well. That might see Casper start pushing towards its next region of resistance and pushing towards its next burnout, its next breakout. What's up, Beaverman? Welcome back to the stream. Hello, Crypto Millionaires. I wish you all the best in health and wealth. You know it, my man. Some people acting like those scams happen only with Casper, but are things... Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly, yeah. These things do... I mean, it's unfortunate happening with Casper, of course. And people who don't like a project as well will also be quick to try and find ways to hate on it. But it doesn't happen with Casper. It happens everywhere. XRP recently had another scam where some hacker got into the Indian Supreme Court's YouTube channel. Do you know how mental that is? Some hacker, some bad actor got into the India Supreme Court YouTube channel to promote XRP and Ripple to say, yeah, buy this token, buy the token. And then, you know, people sent their addresses to them and it just took their money. Even XRP happens with it. Even like every project, there are scams in it. All you have to do is make sure you do your own research and, you know, do your due diligence. Make sure you're careful whenever investing because this market's not safe at all. It's not safe. You have to be very, very careful. Any idea if Casper will ever be available on Discord? Is it a little limiting? I can only use it the marketplace and other commands on Telegram. Right now, I have no idea. Not heard anything about it, but I'm sure as the adoption and development continues to grow for Casper, there will be means in that regard. I'm optimistic that there will be those sort of developments happening in the future. Right now, I can't say for sure because there's not been any announcement in that regard. But again, keep in mind that these Casper bot, you know, this sort of this stuff with development stuff, they're very, very early, very, very early. So I will see more in due time, I'm sure. Do you think Bitcoin will break 65k or roll over again like on August 26th? Good question. Good question. I think 65k Bitcoin is definitely going to be a tough resistance level. We can see 65k is seemingly a region where Bitcoin has had a very, very strong rebound level around here. So 65k would be a hard level to break through. I think if we break through it, we will definitely see a pushback to an all-time high of around 75k. We'll be on track for that. I think for the meantime, we have to see how the market develops more and more. I think we won't, if we do see it, I think we won't see it until leading into October, because in October the FTX redistribution will happen, some more liquidity will come into the market, more Fed money printing, the global M2 money supply is going higher and higher, and we're seeing more developments as well in the crypto space. Now here we've got this as well, JP Morgan, they've just gone bearish on stocks over the next decade. Again, I don't trust JP Morgan that much because Jamie Dimon does tend to lie quite a lot, but again, if they're going bearish on stocks, it may be a sign because they're going bearish on stocks because they're trying to get more bullish to crypto. We know they're getting more into crypto now, which is funny because Jamie Dimon was hating Bitcoin for the longest time, but now now he seems to be more bullish on it, which is, you know, changing with the times. Also, apparently the next Fed meeting, which I actually don't know when the time of that is. When is the next Fed meeting? Let me look it up. It is on the... No, that's one that's just happened. Does anyone know in the chat when the next Fed meeting is? Because right now it's telling me the one that's just happened. I don't know when the actual Fed meeting... Either way, when the next Fed meeting is meant to be happening, apparently there's already another chance we're going to see another 50 basis point cut, which, that's what the community says right now. I personally don't think so, because I think right now the sentiment behind Jerome Powell is that there's going to be a total of 100 basis point cuts, or a 1 percentile cut by the end of 2024. And I'm pretty sure there's more Fed meetings scheduled to happen, the rest of this year. Oh, so it's the 6th November and 7th November. Okay, thank you very much, Crypto Villain. In that regard, then actually, you know what? Maybe if that's going to be the next Fed meeting and potentially the last one as well, it could be the last Fed meeting again. I'm not sure how many there are this week. I'm going to look into that off stream as well. Then potentially, because I think Jerome Powell did mention there should be a total of 100 basis point cut before the end of this year. That's his plan right now. So in that regard, then we could see another 50 basis point cut, which could see more, pressure taken off the market, and that would then allow more momentum to start pushing up higher and higher with crypto, with Bitcoin, which will be very, very good to see as well. Will Casper retrace, as I'm thinking of buying some for my wife? Good question. I think we'll have to wait and see ultimately. Right now, Casper's in a stage of consolidation. I think there's a possibility right now. Casper's kind of hovering between 17 and 16 cents right now. Or no, it's just above 17 cents, but in around this region right now. And I think we need to see Casper break above 18 cents for us to see it push towards 20 again. For the most part, I think Casper will probably continue in this fashion. And depending on what's announced in the KRI event in 3 days' time, on Tuesday, we will see some momentum. Also keep in mind, on the same date on Tuesday, 24th of September, we're going to have all 5 SEC commissioners testifying upon a Congress for the outright lies and made-up laws they've done for years and years in the crypto space, using the term crypto asset security, but that's not a thing. They lied. And also then Gary Gensler going to be testifying in front of Congress himself the day after, on the 25th, on Wednesday. Those could be very bullish things, bullish market signals to look out for. So we still have a lot coming for the end of this month, next week. And October is going to be a very, very big month for crypto as well, I'm sure. I think I've got an announcement regarding that as well. We've got SEC approves options for BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETFs. Again, more bullish news. This is something about Tether being excluded from the US stablecoin regulations, which I'm not surprised about. I'm going to put this in my Discord server again so people can look into that a bit more. But yeah, because of Tether's lack of... what's the word I'm looking for? Its lack of... I can't think of the word. The fact that it's not... Lack of transparency, that's it. Because it's not very transparent, it's got a lot of, unknowns about it. The United States don't like it. MiCA don't like it, so they're not under regulations. So Tether has, potential shortcomings from that regard as well. Cover that more. We're seeing more and more news in that regard, but again, we're seeing more regulations being rolled out. And I'm going to get into this thing again for you, Bingo Bag, and everyone else who late to the stream, about confirmation that BNY Mellon, the SEC, has given approval for US crypto custody, Bitcoin crypto custody, only with one bank, BNY Mellon, right now, but I'm sure it's going to expand more and more, which is very, very big news. But ultimately, I think with all the developments happening right now, we're going to probably start, and hopefully quickly start, seeing a lot of these increased pumps with crypto, quite volatile quite quickly, leading into October, then November elections, then December as well. The potential exchange listing coming to Casper as well. I think if Casper does retrace, if it does, I think the lowest we'll see Casper come down to is this region here. The lowest we'll see. I'll be surprised to see Casper come further down than that unless we see some massive scandal, touch wood. I don't want that to happen, of course. I mean, lower Casper prices, I'll buy more, but for the most part, yeah, I'm just holding on. I think I'm waiting. Right now, my idea is if Casper comes down to here, I'm going to buy a little bit. If Casper doesn't come down here and it goes up here instead, I'll buy a little bit either way, because I'm, at that point, I'm probably anticipating that it's going to start moving up a bit more. Maybe come down a bit again and go up a little like this then. So, but then I think it's going to come up again anyways. We'll have to wait and see, my man. Chico Crypto was shilling KDX on his Casper stream, then deleted it. Yeah, I did hear from my community as well that there were people in particular. It might have been him or maybe someone else, I'm not sure. But there were people who were shilling KDX on their streams everywhere. Which, to be fair, I'll be full disclosure, I was talking about it as well. Because there was, as I'm going to bring it up right now, there's this post regarding stablecoins. This post right here regarding stablecoins. where, this is huge. I mean, again, I wouldn't say I was shitting KDX. I didn't actually directly announce, KDX is going to be the next big thing, yada, yada, yada. But I did mention the fact that this is a huge alpha, USDT and USDC on Casper. KDX might happen sooner than we think. The KDX mentioned that they're in contact with a major liquidity provider to bring USDT to KRC20 very, very soon, which everyone got very hyped off that, of course, me, myself included. I talked about it a lot. Evidently now I realized that KDX was not legit. I didn't, go into any pre-sale. I didn't know the pre-sale was even going on because I thought it was a decentralized exchange, so I didn't know I had a pre-sale. If I had a pre-sale, then evidently it's not decentralized. That's a scam. So yeah, that's I think in Chicago, Chico's crypto state, I understand, want to try and delete the evidence, but you're better off owning the mistake and apologizing to the community than just trying to hide it. Because if you get caught out, then no one's going to trust you anymore. Like I'm sure you don't, Matthew. And I wouldn't trust him either. I obviously spoke about this alpha, and then mentioned as soon as the KDX event announced that no, it's a scam, yada, 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 I immediately said, yeah, so this thing here that I mentioned, this huge alpha that was confirmed, is obviously not true anymore. My heart goes out to you, I'm very, very sorry that's happened. But at the same time, it's not too worrying because then we have this as well from Change Finance, so that kind of negates the bad news in the stablecoin regard because they're already bringing USDT and they're going to bring USDC, Ethereum, and Bitcoin to KRC20 very, very soon once they sort out all the issues with Casper wallet and bottlenecking issues, which is very cool. As long as Feds keep lowering rates, then crypto will rise. The FOMC meetings are the biggest catalyst of crypto. Yeah, they are one of the biggest catalysts of crypto right now. The two big things we're waiting for crypto to properly take off is the FOMC meeting rate cuts, because that will alleviate more pressure on the markets, giving more liquidity into more pressure on the economy, alleviating more pressure on the economy, allowing more liquidity to flood into the market, and also then regulation, which I'm now going to get into this post here for those who are late. Massive news was announced yesterday from Bitcoin Magazine. Senator Cynthia Lummis' general counsel says the SEC gave BNY Mellon, and them alone seemingly, a variance approval, which basically means special permission, them alone, to move forward with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. This is a very, very big deal, so listen very closely as I play it for you right now, when I actually turn my mic off.
Co-Chairman Rothfuss, I think generally speaking, there's been a bipartisan eruption in both chambers. The House passed FIT 21 with 71 Democrats, and we actually hit the magic number of 60 on the SAB 121 repeal in May, and getting 60 votes in the Senate's like climbing Mount Everest on a piece of legislation. So I think there's a great deal of bipartisan interest in both chambers. One thing I neglected to mention in my update too, that potentially has some bearing on the SPDI is Bank of New York Mellon is looking to get more involved in the crypto custody business. They had some problems with Staff Accounting Bulletin 121, and the SEC has apparently given them some kind of variance from SAB 121 to move forward. And also, part and parcel of that is the Fed, as the Fed regulates Bank of New York Mellon's bank holding company, they would have had to have given their non-objection under current legal requirements and guidance to Bank of New York Mellon getting into the digital asset custody business. So
are they going to go through the bit license process with the state of New York, or are they kind of looking at alternative options, or
Bank of New York Mellon?
Yeah.
Correct. So they're going to argue the bit license preempted, very likely.
So there, as I've shown again, I showed at the beginning of the stream, I've shown again for you all now, you have confirmation here that BNY Mellon has been given the green light effectively to move forward with Bitcoin and crypto custody, which is very, very bullish all in all. Showcasing signs that we're now starting to see more and more adoption with regulations in the space. Now United States are finally going to start getting the ball running. It's good and bad, of course. Big news, of course, for regulations incoming, but also bad because, again, it's just not how it should have been handled. Proof Gary Gensler, once again, is corrupt and he's a tyrant and he's just supporting his big mates in Wall Street. What should have happened is the SEC should have withdrawn SAB 121 after the votes in Congress decided to repel it, because as you heard, there were 60 votes against SAB 121, so they repelled it. The SEC at that point should have just said, okay, fine, it's not going to go through, let's repel it and allow everyone to do what they want for custody, crypto, whatever it may be. Instead, they didn't. They still be trying to fight this SAB 121 thing, even though it's already been denied, been repelled, and instead they started to grant special exemption, special permission to certain well-connected big banks like BNY Mellon. It's a sign that we're going to start seeing adoption, which is very, very good, but it's again just more of that. Proof wants more on an ever-growing list that Gary Gensler is not fit for office. He is just corrupt, and he should just go, man. He should just go. I do not like that man at all. And we're going to start seeing more and more of this developments as we shift towards more digital, more CBDCs. We're going to see more and more banks closing down as well. As I already mentioned, we've got a total of 539 banks that have closed, and more closing fast. Especially, come 1st of October, banks are required to comply with Basel III regulations, which means no more US Treasury bonds will be qualified collateral under Basel III. We're going to see more collapse of fiat, more collapse of banking systems, and a faster rise, therefore, from October 1st, and leading to Q4 of crypto regulations and blockchain technology. And we're seeing, again, Europe as well, they're rolling out regulated crypto trading services for retail customers, people like you and me right now. DC Bank mentioned about a day and a half ago, 2 days ago, they're going to enable 700 banks to offer retail customers the ability to trade and store crypto with a licensed fiduciary custody. So now have access to regulated institutions that securely and responsibly manage their crypto assets, and they're legally required to protect and safeguard digital assets using advanced security measures. And it's all happening this year right now. This is why I'm so bullish on crypto, and I was so bullish on XRP right now. Not XRP. I mean, XRP, I guess, a little bit, but more so Casper right now. I'm bullish on XRP due to the fact that XRP actually, they are in partnership with DC Bank. So I think there's some connection there. XRP have a lot of big connections with all these massive institutions, but I'm more bullish on Casper for the fact that it's fair launch proof of work, no pre-allocation, no pre-mining, a great project that's ranked at number 21 on CoinMarketCap. With no tier 1 listings, with a lot of development still incoming. KRC20 has just come out. 10 BPS is going to be massive, as you mentioned here. Yeah, when 10 BPS comes out and implemented, it's going to really rocket, because especially that's what major. I agree with you actually in this regard. I think major listings are waiting for this, because 10 BPS is actually what's known as a hard fork, and hard forks can be quite problematic times. So instead of institutions and exchanges listing Casper now and then having to make the hard fork and change it themselves, they might just wait for the change to be done already, and then when they just list Casper, they already have everything implemented already, so they have to do no work at all. So we might just see more happening in like early Q1, maybe early Q2 2025. We'll start seeing a massive adoption with Casper from exchange listings, and see some very volatile price surges as well. We're going to start seeing a lot of adoption happening now of crypto, which makes me very excited. Oh, it's meant to be one in December as well. Okay, yeah. And again, I need to look at the dates to be properly sure myself. But yeah, all I saw is that we're meant to be having ideally a total of 100 basis points or 1 percentile rate. I thought it was rate cut. Maybe someone said apparently it was rate hikes. Okay, well, yeah, maybe I'm mistaken. Either way, we're going to start seeing a 1 percentile change, which yeah. A total I've already had a 0.5%, so we should have either 2 cases of, as you said, 2.5, or it'll be another 50, another 0.5. I have to wait and see, of course. Catman, welcome back to the stream, you legend. I feel like we won't go much lower, but also not much higher until October. Yeah, that's what that's my current mindset as well, is that we're going to see a continue, like we saw in all of August, this consolidation phase here. I think we're going to see similar sort of patterns right now. We're going to see Casper consolidate probably around this region here. If something drastic happens, we'll see a correction maybe down to this region again, which I'd be happy to buy some more at this level here. But right now, I'm more on the mindset we're going to just see it hover around here right now, and then going into October, when all the other developments start happening, maybe the KRI meeting in 3 days might announce something massive. We'll then start seeing movement start moving up a little bit more. That's currently where my head's at. If you think, you think it has come out to 15.5? I mean, again, if it comes down to that, I'm buying more. But I'm when it comes down to that, yeah, it'll come down to there very briefly and just reverse back quickly, I'm sure. Unless Chico was paid to show, he might be paid to show it. Who knows? I mean, either way, I hope that they get caught out. These are the people here. I hope they get caught out. Because it's just, I mean, again, there's nothing you can do to get your money back, but just hopefully they get penalised for their disgusting behaviour, the bad actor behaviour. I thought it was big for Japan to pause on its rate hikes. Another green light. Yeah, I think we will see. I mean, I saw a post earlier. I don't know if I loaded it up or not. Oh, I know who posted it. It was from Bar Chart. Again, Bar Chart's a very good Twitter page that I seem to follow. And he also showcases that right now the Japanese foreign investors dump a record high of 10.5 billion worth of Japanese stocks last week, and again it's because they decided to pause on the rate hikes. So that is also potentially quite bullish for the American economy as well. I think this kind of will reduce if we get exchange listings. Nah, I think we get exchange listing, they'll actually increase. The more popular a project is, the more likely they're going to be scammers. I mean, XRP is the top 7 on CoinMarketCap. Is one of the biggest projects in the space, and they constantly have scammers. You'll have scammers for every project in here. There's no doubt about it. Casper, of course, is one that has a lot of potential with what it is, and it's going faster and faster. And with it, massive exchange listing coming, you're going to hear people more and more trying to take advantage of you. So you've got to be very, very careful as always. The bigger the project is, the more people are going to try and take advantage, because no one's going to try and scam you necessarily if you've got a project like Kronos. I mean, Kronos is not a small project by any means, I guess, but people aren't going to try and there can be more scammers, I'm sure, surrounding Casper than it's going to be Kronos. And it's already happening. Again, we're seeing proof of that right now. I saw stuff from my community. Again, my free Discord server, shameless plug again. If you want to join, feel free to join. It's in the chat right now, in the description, also in my YouTube homepage on screen right now. But we're seeing scammers all the time. So be very, very careful, my man. Everything went up in the last 2 days for Casper is boring. Boring does not mean bad, my man. Boring does not mean bad at all. Boring is not bad. Boring is fine. I understand it's boring, yes, but at the same time, you say everything went up. I mean, Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin did go up over the lot since the Fed meeting went up. Fed meeting was on the 18th. Decision was here. Went up 4%. Casper from the Fed meeting, which was here, is not gone up really at all. Like maybe 0.5%. So yeah, Casper in that regard has not gone up nearly as much, but I don't think again, I think that was partly just the fact that because of the scam, people therefore were a bit worried about Casper right now because, of course, it's going to bring some more fun to the project. But boring does not mean bad. I'm not, again, if I think Casper, yes, with all the news, could very well be at 50 cents right now. There's always a potential of that. But again, there's still a lot that hasn't happened yet for Casper. Casper doesn't have, the reason why these other projects can move more volatile, more aggressively, is because they have major listings. They have the tier 1s that are therefore most keep in mind, yeah, the reason why tier 1s are so big is because that's what most traders use. Some traders, obviously people like us here who have Casper, we all use the MEXCs and the L banks and the Pi Nexus that just came out from the United States, and Uphold, we'll use the exchanges that have Casper and other ones as well. But the ones that every other project in the top 100 have, they have the Binances, the Coinbases, the Krakens, the Crypto.coms, they have the Geminis, and they have all of them. Therefore, there are more adoption on those exchanges. Therefore, and they only use those exchanges. Therefore, when they want to buy into a project, they're going to just go on those exchanges to find the one they want to buy in. Casper's not on them yet, so they don't want to go through the trouble of trying to make another account on a different exchange or another wallet to try and get hold of Casper. Because they're a loss at the end of the day. But when you have major exchanges, then these major announcements, and you see every crypto go volatile, Casper will equally go volatile, if not more so. But I don't think boring is bad. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, I think the organic growth is good. It's undervalued right now. I think according to the power law, it should be around 20 cents at least. So it definitely is undervalued, no doubt about it. But we're going to start seeing some certain adoption incoming. I'm very, very sure about that. I hope everyone did well on KRC20 memes. Nacho, Casper, Gold, Casper, etc. have done very, very well. Yes, in that regard, actually, I did mention this earlier as well. But we can see here, in regards to the Casper meme token, KRC20 meme tokens, we've got the top 5 that are seemingly doing very, very well. You've got Somps at number 5, Casper 4, Gold 3, Casper, Ghost 2, and Nacho 1. Of course, Nacho with $63 million market cap, which is very, very cool. Fair launch completely. Casper Ghost, $11.5 million. Fair launch. Gold number 3, currently at $5.5 million. But it is not fair launch. 70% was pre-mined or pre-minted. So that's why there's a bit less of a sentiment behind Gold in that regard. It's still doing well. I'm not saying it's not going to do badly. Seemingly, it's not rugged anyone, so that's always good to see. Casper as well, currently at 4.1 million. Also completely fair launch. That could do something really, really big as well. And also what you can see right now, up 125% on the last 7 days, which is very, very good to see. Might see it go higher and higher in due time. And then Somps as well, equally pre-minted, even more pre-minted than Gold actually, 80%, with just short of $2 million market cap. But again, these are the 5 projects that have the most, most adoption, most attention from the community right now. Of course, Casper and Nacho is the highest. I think it's going to go higher from here. I think it's going to be the next big meme token, because it's going to be like again how Bonk is the baby to Solana and Shiba Inu is the baby to Ethereum. Nacho is the baby to Casper. So Nacho can be very, very big. I'd rather buy a coin that drops 1-3 cents than a coin that drops $100 to $1,000. Just saying, yeah. Again, the fact that it's quite boring, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. People could have easily manipulated the Casper bags. Yeah, it's always possible. Doesn't rate hikes mean they are hiking the rates up, and rate cuts mean they're bringing it down? Or am I bugging? Yeah, I thought from the terminology that I've been seeing on the forums is the rate cuts. People are stating rate cuts, not rate hikes. So unless they're mistaken or I've just misread it or whatever, I'm pretty sure they were rate cuts because they came from a 5.5% down to it went from a 5.5 to 5.75 percentile to a 4.75 to 5 percentile. That from a 0.5% cut. So I think it's meant to be rate cuts. And it's meant to be more incoming as well. At least that's to my understanding. Again, if I'm wrong, please let me know, because I mean I'm not a messiah by any means. I'm still trying to learn just all you are right now. It's just that I'm trying to, try my best to bring the knowledge to you where I can. The US is doing rate cuts, Japan is doing rate. Oh, so Japan's doing rate hikes, and US is doing rate cuts. Yeah, okay. Nacho is the real blue chip, and will lead the charge of KRC20. I'm sure about that as well. Again, you can see that they see the dominance already. 63.5 million. The next closest is 11.5 million. 50 million difference already. And Casper's not. I mean, we already had that. We knew it was going to happen again. Anyone who was following Casper Guru, which I'm sure everyone should be following Casper Guru. He's one of the bigger Casper channels. He did a whole poll thing, like a whole round tourney poll thing regarding the best KRC20 meme tokens, and in it we can see these are the ones that he showed all of them. Nacho versus Shadow Paw versus Kiki, Goad. All of these going back and forth round robin sort of thing, and it ended up being between Goad, Nacho, then Casper bot, and then Nacho and Casper won against Goad and Casper bot, and then Nacho absolutely obliterated Casper Ghost here. So of course Nacho's going to be the biggest one, there's no doubt about it. I think it's going to be the next big meme token. Again, I'm not a big meme lover, but I might get some Nacho in due time because I think it's one that could do quite well. Is it possible for Nacho to reach the market cap of the upcoming bull market like Shiba or Doge did in 2021? I mean, the bull market is effectively starting now. You've got a year, effectively a whole year of starting to see some bullish momentum in the markets, leading to higher and highs. Of course, I think Nacho will do very well as a meme token, but again, because it's a meme token, it has no utility. It's just going to be if Nacho can get the funding to get all the major exchange listings. I'm not just talking about any, because it has none right now. If it gets the MEXCs, of course, and Gates and KuCoin, that's great. If it gets the Binances and the Coinbases, other major listings, then yes, it could do amazing. Without it, it will do well, I'm sure, but it's only limited. But again, I'm not trying to pump meme token back. I don't own any of it. Full disclosure, I don't own any meme tokens. I will, and I'll let you know when I get some. But I don't own any of it right now. I think it will do quite well, but again, I think there are limitations to it. All it is right now. How many exits do I think Nacho does from here? I mean, God, if it's at 63 million market cap right now, I think it's ranked in the top 500 or something like that, coin market cap. I think. I mean, let's compare to other meme tokens then. If you look at Shiba Inu, of course, it's 5.5 billion. It's not going to do that much in this cycle. I'd be very surprised because I don't even know if I think Casper will go to above 10 in the cycle. Above 100 this cycle. I apologize, above 100 but the cycle. You got you got Pepe's at 3.5. You have Bonk as well. Where's Bonk? Because Bonk is Solana's one. I think it's best to compare with Bonk. Bonk's currently sitting at a 1.2 billion all-time high. Is at. It also is quite a new project as well. I think Bonk's had the time. It's got the Binance listing, the Coinbase listing. Without the tier 1 listings, it's hard to say. Let's just say Nacho does get the Binance and Coinbase as well. Bonk peaking at just $812 million market cap. I think that Nacho has the potential, therefore, to. If he gets all of them as well, I think Nacho will also hit probably $1 billion market cap potentially, which is quite excessive from here. The fact that, I mean, it's at 63 already, so that would only be like a 15x? No, that's not good maths. That's terrible maths. 10x. Oh, about 15x. No, 15x not far. Yeah, I'd say about 15x from here, if not in market cap at least, if not much higher. if you minted Nacho and then Nacho hits 1 billion, okay, if you minted Nacho, yeah, and it hits 1 billion market cap, then you have a 500x. I heard that. Well, that's insane. That's insane if that's the case. So yeah, if you minted Nacho, you got it really, really early, then yeah, you're living life. If you get it a little bit later, then either way, I think the project has a decent chance to continue increasing in price, accumulating in price as days go on. Also, how hard do you think Fund does? I haven't heard of Fund. If Fund another, his Fund. Okay, it's been fully minted out, no pre-mining, stuff like that. It's down 4% in the last 71 days. That's not great. You can see what it's been doing so far. I mean, it's tough to say. Again, I'm not a big meme token guy. If you want to go look at meme tokens, you might be better off trying to find people like Crypto Galaxy. I know he's very big on meme tokens, other people as well. I do plan to get more into meme tokens, and I'm sure I'll give you a better idea in due time. But right now, my knowledge of them is limited, so I can't say for sure. I just know they're community driven. That's why I think Nacho could do well, because I know it's got the biggest and strongest community behind it. But I can't say for sure about Fund. So I mean, yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna say I can't give you I can't. It would be unfair to me to give you a prediction because I have nothing on it right now. But the fact that you got a free supply, a free 2k drop, is good. So if it does well, then yeah, I mean that's free money for you. Fund only has a 2.1 million supply. That's also insanely scarce, but that also might mean a lack of incentive to get it. You know, scarce supply isn't always the best thing. Obviously, you know, it does help in like obviously you have like Casper and Bitcoin have limited supplies and you have to mine more and more, but even then we'll have to see where it goes, my man. But I do hope, again, for the airdrop sake, I hope it does really, really well, because that'd be really, really big. So 75 billion Casper would mean a 2 billion Nacho, something like that. Blue chip memes, as in what percentile there ones, even 2-3%, I think. I mean, I think Casper should reach 100 billion in this cycle, because Cardano hit like 93 billion in its all-time high last cycle, and I think Casper should have passed Cardano. So I think Casper should do at least a minimum of 100 billion market cap in this $100 billion market cap. So if blue chips, if meme tokens of that meant to do 2-3%, then I think we can see Nacho hit about like a $3 billion market cap. Again, going to bonk all-time high peaked at 812 million, and that also launched beginning of 2023. So maybe we could see Nacho reach in the billions for sure. I think 1 billion is good chance. Maybe 2 billion as well would be amazing. Be very, very big. But that being said, anyways, that's going to be it for the stream today. As always, thank you everyone for joining. Some very, very big catalyst news to talk about. Again, SEC starting to make their move after their mess ups, and obviously meme tokens being very, very bullish for Casper. We're going to see more and more incoming. As always, if you enjoy these streams, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Be doing these daily 53 days in a row, I think now. Still going strong. Be back again tomorrow, as always. And if you're new to the stream, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Help me out more than you know. And if you want to learn more about crypto market sentiment, then please by all means join the free Discord server in the chat right now. Talk about crypto market sentiments, more about Casper. I'm going to start going through some improvements soon as well. We're going to start seeing more than just talk about Casper and a friendly community, talk about other projects as well, and to help make a more helpful space for everyone as well. I'm looking forward to it, and the people who are going to be helping out with that as well. Shout out to Leroy, Mr. Miles, Cody, and also Casper God, but also everyone else is already doing it anyway. So this is the 4 that I'm going to be trying to help in closer times with me. But yeah, with that being said, thank you all for watching. Again tomorrow,